Why do many divorced wives claim freedom yet feel lost? From the outside, divorce looks like victory, relief, and rebirth. Smiles return, friends applaud, social media announces bold new chapters. The narrative suggests pain ended and life finally begins there. But beneath celebration, a quieter psychological collapse often starts forming. Divorce dismantles identity, routine, certainty, and the meaning of belonging. When structure vanishes, the mind scrambles urgently for stabilizing stories. Strength becomes the preferred explanation, survival disguised as empowerment narrative. She tells herself leaving required courage, choosing selfhood over suffering. Friends reinforce this framing, offering praise, certainty, and moral cover. Validation numbs doubt, silences guilt, and postpones unbearable questions temporarily. Belief solidifies slowly unnoticed until the story feels unquestionably true. This marks the euphoric phase, intoxicating, convincing, and dangerously persuasive. Freedom suddenly feels absolute, choices expand, obligations seemingly disappear overnight. She rearranges spaces, colors, clothes, habits, signaling autonomy, rebirth movement. Activities multiply, gyms, classes, workshops, languages, weekends. Evenings fill rapidly. Social calendars overflow, attention returns, identity feels visible again suddenly. Compliments arrive, matches accumulate, desire validates existence worth temporarily strongly. Dopamine rewards reinforce the belief, thriving replaces mere survival entirely. Confidence, excitement, liberation feel authentic, undeniable, and deeply motivating initially. Yet euphoria mirrors mania, neurochemistry, flooding protects against shock temporarily. Highs fade because biology cannot sustain intensity indefinitely without costs. Validation then becomes the hidden fault line beneath momentum quietly. Humans require recognition, connection, reassurance, familiarity to feel secure consistently. Marriage once provided constant, subtle affirmation, being known daily, deeply. Its absence amplifies hunger for attention, approval, reflection from others. Social platforms supply applause, abundant, shallow, addictive, and impersonal validation. Quantity masquerades as quality, early masking essential differences between them. Choices subtly optimize, reactions, outfits, stories, lifestyles become performative patterns. Dependency shifts rather than disappears. Performance replaces partnership, security quietly. Energy drains slowly, unnoticed, while applause demands constant renewal forever. Months pass, novelty dulls, excitement flattens, routines re-emerge unexpectedly again. Dating loses sparkle, conversations. Repeat curiosity feels manufactured over time. Abundance reveals emptiness. Endless choice produces fatigue, not depth, connection. She learns being wanted differs profoundly from being valued emotionally. Plans feel obligatory, support exists, understanding remains limited because alone. Comparison quietly begins, targeting memories, not conflicts or failures anymore. Comfort, familiarity, shared language regain nostalgic glow over passing time. She recalls laughter, safety, ease, built through years together once. Recreating depth demands patience, vulnerability, time, scarce resources for her. Every introduction restarts labor, explaining history, preferences, wounds again endlessly. Identity destabilizes, roles dissolved, self feels undefined, floating without anchors. Years as partners shape decisions, perception, value, direction, and purpose. Now autonomy lacks gravity, belonging, accountability, mutual investment, and witnessing. Freedom morphs into isolation when connection evaporates slowly, quietly inside. She turns inward, therapy books, practices, seeking coherence, meaning stability. Online expression continues, tone shifts, celebratory becomes philosophical, reflective, somber. Authenticity risks becoming curated performance, reassurance externalized again for others. Nights grow louder, questions return, unresolved, persistent, demanding answers soon. Did leaving improve life or merely change difficulties temporarily only? Is this freedom sustainable, fulfilling, meaningful long-term for her? What exactly am I seeking beyond validation, distraction, novelty now? Reckoning approaches quietly as expectations rise, patience wanes around her. Society assumes recovery, completed support, attention recede quickly elsewhere entirely. Dating disappointments accumulate, revealing emotional unavailability patterns repeated again often. Situationships replace commitment, ambiguity, prolongs insecurity, confusion, doubt, stress cycles. Grounded partners appear scarce, timing misaligns readiness, uncertain, fragile, variable. Finances tighten, independence costs become undeniable, housing, healthcare, time, energy. Two incomes, once buffered, stress, single budgets expose limits clearly. Loneliness deepens beyond weekends. Existential absence emerges daily, quietly within. Having someone invested mattered more than excitement, admitted previously honestly. Married friends imperfect, possessed partnership, shared weight, responsibility, history, continuity. Memory edits ruthlessly, softening conflicts, highlighting safety, stability, routine, familiarity. Comparison with X becomes emotionally unavoidable, painful, daily, quiet, relentless. If he moved on, rejection triggers, primal insecurity, fear, shame. If he suffers guilt, complicates, relief, responsibility weighs heavily inside. Dates measured against best memories, loneliness against past safety consistently. A forbidden thought slowly forms, unsettling, frightening, persistent over time. What if leaving was a mistake after all for me? Adaptation follows people choose coping strategies, not growth, often reflexively. Some harden independence into armor, avoiding vulnerability, intimacy, risk attachment. Some lower standards, prioritizing company over alignment, values, respect, compatibility. Some reach backwards, seeking reconciliation, closure, familiarity, comfort, security, repair. Sometimes repair succeeds, often damage, time, prevent return fully together. The attempt reveals truth. Effort matters more than escape alone. Divorce can be necessary, healthy, unavoidable in situations, certain, specific. But divorce never cures inner dissatisfaction, wounds, patterns alone automatically. It exchanges problems, alters context, removes constraints without resolving causes. Unexamined issues follow into dating, solitude, relationships, repeating cycles there. Transformation requires confronting self-accountability, patience, honesty, discipline, reflection, courage. Few choose stillness. Many prefer movement, distraction, noise instead, always. Thus, the pattern repeats predictably across lives, cultures, stories, generations. Euphoria fades, disillusionment follows reckoning, demands adaptation, eventually, inevitably again. Not because divorce fails, but because avoidance persists unchecked inside. Freedom demands inner work. Without it, patterns remain unchanged forever. This middle stage is where the illusion collapses quietly, not dramatically. There is no single breaking moment, only accumulated fatigue, realization. She wakes one day, sensing effort outweighs reward. Excitement feels forced. Life continues, but enthusiasm drains. Color dulls, routines feel heavier. The confidence once effortless now requires maintenance, reassurance, repetition, reinforcement. Validation no longer satisfies. It fades quickly, leaving emptiness behind again. She notices silence differently. It feels hollow, not peaceful or restful. Weekends once packed now feel exhausting, repetitive, scripted, predictable cycles. Friends mean well but cannot substitute for deep emotional witnessing. Support lacks intimacy, shared responsibility, history, investment, daily presence. She begins questioning narratives she once defended passionately without hesitation. Was bravery choosing self or escaping discomfort without deeper work? Did empowerment mean independence or avoidance, reframed positively for survival? These questions surface slowly, resisting suppression, returning repeatedly, persistent. Dating conversations feel transactional, interviews resumes attraction, superficial, shallow. Men seek novelty, excitement, validation, not complexity, patience, depth often. She senses herself performing again, adjusting tone, interest boundaries constantly. The cost of emotional labor becomes visible, draining, unreciprocated, unsustainable. She realizes attraction without safety becomes anxiety, not fulfillment. Being desired does not equal being chosen, invested, cherished, protected. Connection requires consistency, reliability, vulnerability, qualities increasingly rare. She She notices timing, mismatches, readiness gaps, emotional availability, asymmetry. Some partners seek healing, others distraction, few seek partnership genuinely. She too remains uncertain, unsure what she can offer now. Identity feels fragmented between independence, longing, fear, regret, pride. She wonders if she changed or merely uncovered unresolved parts. Therapy deepens awareness, exposing patterns, attachment wounds, blind spots. Insight comforts briefly, then destabilizes old self-narratives again. Growth feels uncomfortable, lonely, slow, unlike dopamine-fueled beginnings. She misses simplicity, certainty, knowing where she belonged exactly. Ambiguity dominates, future lacks, clear milestones, shared goals, anchors. Autonomy means choice, but also consequence, isolation, responsibility alone. Decision fatigue emerges from constant self-direction, evaluation monitoring. She misses shared problem-solving, everyday collaboration, mutual planning. The absence of someone to debrief life with weighs heavily. Success loses meaning without shared witness, celebration, reflection, acknowledgement. Pain feels sharper alone without buffering, empathy, familiarity, presence. She realizes marriage provided more than romance, it provided structure. Structure gave predictability, identity grounding, meaning, stability, direction. Removing it created freedom, but also exposed untrained inner terrain. She compares lives, unconsciously noticing married friends' continuity, security. Even flawed marriages offer partnership, facing life together imperfectly. She questions if independence was overrated, misunderstood, romanticized culturally. Modern narratives glorify self-sufficiency, minimize interdependence realities. Human beings evolved relationally, psychologically, socially, biologically, collectively. Isolation strains nervous systems, increases anxiety, rumination, self-doubt. She feels this viscerally, nights lengthen, thoughts spiral deeper. Memory continues editing, highlighting holidays, routines, laughter, safety, warmth. Arguments fade, significance shrinks compared to current loneliness weight. She remembers effort, she stopped making patience, she lost perspective. Regret emerges, not absolute, but conditional, nuanced, painful, ambiguous. She wonders whether repair was possible had growth occurred earlier. She imagines alternative futures, paths not taken, conversations avoided. These thoughts do not dominate but persist, background noise constant. She monitors X indirectly, social media, mutual updates, information leaks. If he thrives, resentment, envy, insecurity surface unexpectedly, intensely. If he struggles, guilt, sadness, responsibility arise, conflicting emotions. Either scenario reinforces comparison, eroding present satisfaction further. She recognizes fixation unhealthy, yet finds disengagement difficult. The mind seeks coherence, closure, meaning, resolution, unfinished narratives. She oscillates between acceptance, resistance, hope, resignation, determination. Identity reconstruction feels incomplete. Pieces remain unresolved, mismatched. She experiments with lifestyles, philosophies, beliefs, searching alignment. Some days independence feels empowering, others unbearably lonely, stark. She begins defining boundary standards, values more consciously now. Yet enforcing them reduces options, increases isolation risk. Settling tempts, offering relief from uncertainty, decision fatigue, longing. She understands compromise differs from self-betrayal, line blurs easily. The desire for peace conflicts with desire for depth. She fears repeating mistakes, yet fears stagnation, solitude more. Time perception shifts, urgency, emerges biological, emotional, social pressures. She confronts aging, fertility, relevance, desirability narratives quietly. Society praises resilience, but punishes vulnerability, inconsistency, hesitation. She learns strength includes admitting uncertainty, confusion, longing, grief. But environments reward confidence, certainty, decisiveness, performance. Thus she masks again, projecting progress, stability, assurance externally. Internally, complexity remains unresolved, swirling quietly, persistently. This tension marks the heart of the reckoning stage. No easy answers, no dramatic solutions, only slow awareness. She realizes divorce changed context, not character, not wounds. Patterns require conscious work, sustained effort, uncomfortable honesty. Freedom demands responsibility for inner world, not just circumstances. Avoidance no longer works. Distractions lose potency, effectiveness. She must choose between growth and discomfort or repeated cycles. This choice defines the next adaptation phase direction outcome. Some choose introspection, accountability, therapy, integration, patience, time. Others choose numbing, settling distraction, busyness, new dependencies. Neither choice feels easy, but consequences diverge significantly. She stands at threshold, uncertain, afraid, aware, awake finally. The illusion of escape dissolves. Reality demands engagement inward. Change requires becoming someone capable of sustaining fulfillment. Not louder, not busier, not admired, but integrated, grounded. This realization feels heavy, sobering, clarifying, simultaneously painful. The question shifts from freedom to responsibility, ownership, agency. Who must I become to live meaningfully regardless status? What patterns must I face, stop repeating consciously, deliberately? The reckoning is not punishment, but invitation, rarely accepted fully. It offers growth at cost of comfort, illusions, narratives. Whether she accepts determines future cycles, repetition, resolution. The story pauses here, awaiting the final adaptation response. This final phase is not dramatic, it is quiet, ordinary, and decisive. It arrives not with crisis, but with accumulated understanding, acceptance. By now, she knows escape never created transformation within herself. She understands movement without reflection only delays confrontation. Life demands a response, not reaction, not avoidance anymore. She must adapt consciously or unconsciously. Either way, consequences follow. This is where paths diverge clearly, though quietly, internally. Some women choose radical independence as permanent identity stance. They frame self-reliance as strength needing no partnership. They build full lives, careers, friendships, hobbies, routines, travel. On the surface, life looks stable, controlled, respectable, enviable. And sometimes it genuinely is, fulfilling a line chosen freely. But often, this independence functions as emotional armor. A way to avoid vulnerability, disappointment, abandonment, attachment, pain. Loneliness becomes rebranded as peace, detachment, reframed as wisdom. This strategy protects but also limits intimacy, depth, connection. The heart remains guarded, experiences curated, risks minimized carefully. Others choose settling, a softer, quieter compromise, adaptation. They accept relationships that feel safe enough, sufficient. Compatibility yields to convenience, presence replaces resonance. The goal shifts from fulfillment to companionship, stability, routine. These relationships function, but rarely nourish, inspire, or transform. Dissatisfaction persists, muted, tolerated, rationalized as adulthood realism. They tell themselves perfection is unrealistic, happiness overrated anyway. Some convince themselves they matured when they simply surrendered. Then there is the third path, regret and attempted repair. These women revisit the past with clearer eyes, perspective. They recognize flaws on both sides, effort, withheld growth, avoided. They reach out cautiously, proposing conversation, closure, reconciliation possibilities. Sometimes timing aligns, growth occurred, wounds healed, humility present. Repair becomes possible, trust rebuilt slowly, carefully, intentionally. More often, time damage, resentment, fear prevent reunion entirely. Even failed attempts reveal important truths about responsibility. They show that relationships fail from neglect, not inevitability. That growth delayed becomes regret, realized too late often. Across all outcomes, one truth remains consistent, unavoidable. Divorce did not change the core self automatically. It removed constraints, revealed patterns, amplified unresolved issues. Those issues dictate outcomes unless consciously addressed deeply. Divorce is not inherently failure, nor liberation inherently. It is exposure, a mirror stripping illusions, comfort narratives. It reveals coping mechanisms, attachment styles, emotional maturity gaps. Some confront this mirror honestly, courageously, patiently, persistently. They do the work, therapy, reflection, accountability, habit change. They learn emotional regulation, communication, boundaries, vulnerability. They integrate past rather than rewrite or erase it. They stop blaming partners solely or idealizing independence blindly. They build internal stability, not dependent on attention validation. These women eventually thrive regardless relationship status. Not because they escaped, but because they evolved. But most people do not choose this path. Growth requires stillness, discomfort, humility, delayed gratification. Distraction is easier, settling is quieter. Avoidance feels safer. Thus, the pattern repeats across individuals, generations, cultures. Different stories, same trajectory, eerily consistent, predictable. Euphoria, disillusionment, reckoning, adaptation, cycling endlessly. Not because divorce is flawed, but because avoidance persists. Freedom without inner work becomes another form of prison. Choice without self-awareness recreates familiar outcomes. New partners inherit old patterns, unresolved wound dynamics. Without growth, every beginning contains the same ending seeds. The tragedy is not divorce itself, but missed opportunity. The chance to confront self-transformed patterns heal deeply. Many change scenery, but not perspective, behavior, identity. They rearrange furniture, but remain same occupant inside. Life continues, questions linger. Dissatisfaction mutates, persists quietly. They wonder why happiness remains elusive despite changes. They blame timing, partners, society, luck, circumstances endlessly. Rarely do they look inward long enough, honestly enough. Yet fulfillment has never been external, dependent on others. It emerges from alignment, self-knowledge, emotional responsibility. From choosing growth over comfort repeatedly, consistently. From learning to sit with discomfort without fleeing. From recognizing freedom demands discipline, self-honesty, courage. The real question was never about divorced marriage status. It was about willingness to grow regardless conditions. Marriage cannot save an unexamined self. Divorce cannot heal one either. Only conscious effort, sustained reflection, integration can. This is the uncomfortable truth rarely spoken openly. Not because it is cruel, but because it removes excuses. It places responsibility back where it belongs, inward. Some will hear this and feel defensive, resistant, angry. Others will feel relief, clarity, recognition, validation, finally. The difference lies in readiness to grow. Life always offers the lesson repeatedly until learned. Patterns persist until awareness interrupts them deliberately. The cycle ends not through escape, but understanding. Not through movement, but integration. Not through validation, but self-acceptance. Those who learn this stop repeating the story. Those who do not keep changing chapters, characters, settings. The ending remains familiar, unsatisfying, confusing, lonely. So why do divorced wives often end up here? Because divorce changes circumstances, not consciousness. And consciousness determines experience, regardless context. Until the inner work is done, freedom disappoints. When the work is done, status becomes irrelevant. That is the pattern few escape, many repeat. The choice remains always quietly available. Growth or repetition, awareness or avoidance. The story does not end with divorce. It pauses, waiting for the self to evolve.